What's up, family? I want you to pay close attention to this picture. This is an uncivilized mutt. This uncivilized mutt goes by the name of Ryan Palmeter. He's 21 years old, or he was 21 years old. That is before he cowardly killed himself after killing 3 innocent Black people in Jacksonville, Florida, at a Dollar General store just because they were Black. I mean, nobody betrayed him. Nobody picked a fight with him. The Black people didn't. The Black woman that was killed, she wasn't in a relationship with him. She didn't cheat on him. Nobody owed him any money. They didn't chase him home from school and beat him up. They didn't falsely diagnose him. They didn't beat him as a kid. They did none of those things. They were just Black. And so he killed him in what the police is describing as a racially motivated attack. A racially motivated attack that was not unexpected. By now, we're used to that in the United States, because in the United States, there's a premium on Black death. There's a premium on Black bodies, warm or cold. They don't mind extinguishing Black bodies. And we should have known that this was going to happen again after we saw what happened in Buffalo, after we saw what happened in Charleston. We knew that this was going to happen again because it's happened thousands, literally thousands of times, tens of thousands of times before. And each time, the government does nothing about it, local police do nothing about it, unless it becomes a huge sensational case, gets a whole lot of pub, and something just has to be done. You got to make an example out of somebody to give the people hope. And somebody gets punished every now and then, and there's some semblance of hope. And then things go right back to normal, and multiple people get away with harming Black people. Now, we know Black people harm Black people too, because crime is about proximity. But you have those people, a certain sector of people in a particular race, who will go out of their way to bring harm to Black people. They'll seek out Black people. They'll go as far as going into a Black neighborhood where they probably have never even been before, just trying to find Black bodies to destroy. Take a good look at this dude. Take a very, very good look at him. Notice the ugly facial structure. Notice the ass hair on his chin. Look at the way he's built. Does that look like a white supremacist to you? I beg to differ. In fact, when I look at him, Just off surface, I know it's hard to tell a book by its cover, but sometimes you look at the book and what's inside of that book is exactly what the cover advertises. A big, sloppy, nothing, ugly loser. He's no white supremacist, just like the ones before him who identify as a white supremacist is not a white supremacist. Because, see, the fam, what you got to understand is this, and I'll take this sucker off the screen right now because I've given him enough look for now. It's hard to look at him, consistently look at him this long without throwing up. So I'll take him off for right now. But I want you to understand this, fam. Dude is a loser. And the ones that came before him and that will come after him are losers too. They are not white supremacists. At the very least, they are white inferiorist. White inferiorist, not supremacist. See, when you feel supreme over something or someone or whatever, you don't wake up every day thinking about people that you feel are beneath you. You're not preoccupied about what they got going on because you're looking at the people that you perceive to be maybe above you or on your level, those that you feel that you need to catch up to. Those are the people that you feel superior to, or you feel that or those are the people that you feel equal to. Anybody that you feel is beneath you and you feel superior to, you don't spend time worried about you don't wake up every day talking about them, thinking about them. You don't go out of your way to ruin your life, risk your freedom, shame your family name, just to bring harm to them. It's like the dude who calls himself a good dude. He calls himself worthy of a good woman, and then the woman cheats on him, or she don't want to be with him, and he calls her all kinds of names, and he starts stalking her. And he just has to have her. If I can't have you, nobody can have you. Kills the woman, kills himself, or just kills the woman and kill everybody around and just try to hurt. I thought you was this man. I thought you was this dude. I thought you was all about that. I thought you was the dude. How you that dude? You basically proved her point why she didn't want to be with your raggedy ass. Because you were unhinged. You basically proved her point that you was not worthy of her. You know what I'd do if a woman don't want to be with me? Keep it moving, and I'll go get somebody that look better than her. That's right. I'll go get one that look better than her. You know what's even better than getting a woman that look better than her? Just being successful. If you all of that, people hate to see people that feel like they're above you. They hate it when you are successful without them, when you move on and you seem to have life together without them. It messes their brain up because I'll tell you like this, fam, a good mate is hard to find. So if you find one, you better hold on. Ain't none of us perfect. So whatever little few imperfections that person has, you better try to deal with it because the pickings are very thin out here. If you got a good one, you better hold on. So if you're all of that, you're not going to put yourself in a position where you lose your freedom to a person you feel is beneath you. You calling a woman all kind of B's and H's. That means you think she's beneath you, right? You think she's beneath you. She's a slut. She's this, that. Then you're going to stalk her and kill yourself and risk your freedom and all of that stuff and bring shame on your family name and hurt your children and all that. You're going to do all of that over a chick that you believe is beneath you? No. It's not that you ever felt that she was beneath you. You felt that she was above you. You felt that you were beneath her. That's why you hurt her. That's why you wanted to hurt her, because you felt you was not deserving of her. And that is what these so-called white supremacists think. This is how they feel in regards to black people. Many of them see black people doing better than them in life. They see the strides that black people are making despite all of the booby traps out there. Black people are the most resilient people ever known to humankind. That is a fact. You can dispute it if you want to, but you're just disputing it out of hate. You're getting into your emotions. Let's talk facts. Nobody has been through what we've been through in this country and still shining. We still the toast of the town. Still producing greatness on a daily basis with all of those traps. And this so-called white supremacist got all of these things in place. He has a whole system in place to win. He has a whole system in place where he has an advantage over everybody and still can't win. Still can't find a way to be relevant. Still can't find a way to make a girl like him. Just can't win. And he know that this other group over here, these black folks, are getting a dumped on every single day. He knows the system is in his favor, stacked in his favor. And he knows that black people are being targeted. And he can't figure it out why he can't win, why he feels so depressed, why he feels so lonely. It ain't us. It's you. Your nothing ass is responsible for your nothing ass. It ain't us. If we can figure this thing out without going taking guns and going killing white folks, and we're the ones who get majority of the abuse in this country, the majority of the misuse in this country, if we put the most work in and we experience all of this trauma on a daily basis, all of this subjugation on a daily basis, all of this discrimination on a daily basis, all of this murder and mayhem on a daily basis, and we ain't taking guns targeting white folks, if we experiencing all of this mass murder, white folks targeting black folks, shooting black folks, and we ain't taking up guns and shooting y'all, and we ain't doing all of that, why can't you do it? Because your ass ain't superior. Because you're an uncivilized mutt. That's why. Unfit for society. That's why you can't do it. You can't keep a job because you're too self-entitled. You're too lazy. You're incompetent. That's another reason why you hate black people, because black people, when they are in your vicinity, makes you compete. If they're in the direction of something you want, they force you to compete, and you don't like to compete unless you have a clear-cut advantage, including when you want to harm people. You don't do it unless you have a clear-cut advantage that's size, weaponry and numbers. If you ain't got that, you're going to sit your little whack ass in a corner somewhere. Because you know you can't compete mano mano. Yeah, that's right. I said it. I said it. That's right. Yeah, man. Tell the truth and shame the devil. This is a shoe fit, wear it conversation. Obviously, there are good white folks out there. Cool white people. I got some homies that's cool as hell. White. Cool. I'm talking to the rest of y'all. I'm talking to the ones who got a problem with me, who got a problem with mine. I'm talking to y'all. Why y'all so damn mad? You got the deck stacked in your favor. If you can't get a W out of that, that's your fault. They're not white superior. They're not white supremacist. They're white inferiorist. A person who feels supreme, who has self-confidence, would never behave like an uncivilized mutt. If you are confident, if you feel controlled, you have control of your mind, you ain't gonna go out there and do a bunch of dummy stuff like that. You're not gonna be a crash dummy. If you have something to live for, you're not gonna go out there and jeopardize your future. This is a guy, like all the rest of them, Dylan Roof included, who have given up on life. They gave up on life because they can't do what hundreds of millions of people do every single day. Get up off your ass and get on out there and make something shake. You got old people, elderly people who get up off their ass every day and make something shake. They don't want to do it, but they gotta do it. You got little youngsters out there who trying to become great, studying hard every day, putting in all kinds of hours, working toward greatness. Young athletes foregoing the parties, hanging out, kicking it, being on social media all day, working their butts off toward greatness. You 21 years old, you couldn't do it. That's why you did what you did. You gave up on life and you decided, since I'm tired of living, I'm going to take it out on the people that I have been trained to hate. I've been trained to hate them. So let me kill some of them before I go out. And the reason why he had to kill himself, why he killed himself, because he was overcome with shame. He didn't want to have to live with that shame. Or he didn't want to have to live with having to be locked up for the rest of his days. And perhaps a black person getting even when he on lock. He didn't want to have to deal with that. Another coward move. They're cowards. They think that, oh, I got a gun, I'm finna take control, I'm gonna kill everybody, Now look at me, I'm scaring everybody, I'm the big bad boogeyman, but I'm the big bad boogeyman. You a coward, you a sucker, you a simp, you a clown, you an uncivilized mutt who should have been brought to heel. So let's take a look at the people who it is said to have brought him into the world. This right here is his family. This is according to public records. According to public records, these are his parents. Stephen Wayne Palmeter and Marianne Palmeter. This is perheavy.com. He lived with his mother and father in a suburb of Jacksonville, and his mother is 62 years old. She's revealed to be a Democrat from Orange Park, and the voting records show this. She was also this is also tied to a family obituary in public records and a Pinterest account. So this dude bought 2 guns legally, even after being involuntarily held at a mental health facility. He was able to buy 2 guns legally, even after being held at a mental health facility. Let's bring this sucker back up. Let's bring this coward. Look at this fat, sloppy coward. That's why he killed himself. It ain't had nothing to do with black people. He hated himself way more than he could ever hate black people. That's why he killed himself, because he hated himself. I'm not going to kill I'd have to really not like myself to kill myself. At 21 years old, what could be so damn bad at 21 years old you would just throw your life away like that? This is a sucker, a bum, who gave up on life. You can look at him and tell he's socially awkward. If you're just not joining, fam, we're talking about the uncivilized mutt, Ryan Palmeter, who killed 3 black people at a Dollar General in Jacksonville, Florida over the weekend. This uncivilized mutt is said to have went to a university in the Jacksonville, Florida area first. He was spotted by the security and basically ran off when he was asked to identify himself. Somebody saw him putting on a mask and a bulletproof vest before driving off. One could argue that it was the security's duty to try to stop him then when he saw him putting the mask on and the bulletproof vest. At the very least, follow this guy around and try to see what he's trying to do, what he's up to. But no such thing. Perhaps that could have stopped it, but it probably wouldn't have stopped anything, because maybe it would have stopped him that day, but it wouldn't have stopped him the next day. Court records show this dude also had a speeding ticket on June 28th. He was driving a 2004 Honda Element on Old Middleburg Road, going 41 miles per hour with a 35-mile speed limit. That's according to the citation. He also had incidents in 2016 of a domestic call to his home that didn't result in an arrest. And then, so a year later, he was temporarily detained for emergency health services under Florida's Baker Act law. So you see, fam, this guy had a little mental, you got to be a little mentally off to do something like that in the first place. Just to go out and kill innocent people, you got to be a little mentally off in the first place to even do that. But here's the deal, and this is very important. This is why I don't give him a pass. I don't give this sucker a pass because although this bum, this ugly, fat-ass bum was mentally disturbed. He wasn't mentally disturbed enough to kill white people. He wasn't mentally disturbed enough to go rob a bank. He wasn't mentally disturbed enough just to kill himself. No, this is just a bum, a clown who killed people for no reason, just because he bought into the hype that his own governor, Ron DeSantis, has helped to highlight. Ron DeSantis is a horrible, horrible human being. And he allowed a lot of this type of rhetoric to go on, all of this anti-Black stuff to happen. So when you find somebody talking reckless like that, and you find somebody with a weak brain, he a little off anyway, he weak-minded, it's easy to be a follower when you got a weak mind. And all of these dudes that do this, they all weak-minded, because ain't nothing they gonna do that's gonna ever stop Black people from winning and exceeding and excelling in life. His great-great-great-great-grandpappys tried it. It didn't work. So this is their frustration. This is his frustration. I bet you $1 to a donut he didn't have a girlfriend. And if he did, she was just as cuckoo as him. I bet you $1 to a donut he has had hard, he's socially awkward. If he has any friends, it's like one friend. And that one friend is also socially awkward. Also something wrong with him or her. This is a dude that hated himself. And he heard some people saying some things about Black folks that he wanted to believe, and he felt like it was so powerful that somehow that the Black people was preventing him from getting something that he deserved. This is about self-loathing and perceived injustice. Do you hear what I'm saying, fam? This is about self-loathing and perceived injustice. What I want to know is this from all the white dudes who feel like this dude. How y'all got the deck so stacked in your favor? Oh, I mean, even if you go into the prosecutor's office, you go into the courtroom, all you see is a bunch of white faces on both sides in many cases. How y'all got the deck so stacked? Go to corporate America, 80% white males. How you got the deck so stacked in your favor? Go to the prisons, almost all the prison guards white. Almost all of them. Most of the millionaires in this country, white. All of the football teams, the basketball team owners, the baseball team owners, the CEOs at the medical clinics, at the hospitals, transportation, and everything. How y'all got the deck so goddamn stacked in your favor and you mad? The thing is, he knows what I just said to be true. And he was going to kill himself anyway. He just wanted to kill black people on his way out. He gonna kill himself anyway. He didn't want to be here no more anyway, because he's a loser. He didn't kill himself. He wouldn't take his life because he hate black people. That ain't why he took his life. He was going to kill himself anyway. He killed himself because he hated himself. Take a look at this sloppy, ugly bastard. Wouldn't you hate yourself? I can tell any woman looking at him. I cannot see a woman looking at him and saying, yeah, he's a sexy man. I'd like to date him. Look, that's my guy, my dream guy. What woman listening to me right now? Black, white, Hispanic, Asian, which one of y'all out there look at him and say, wow, that's my dream guy? No. He killed himself because that's what he had to look at in the mirror every day. He killed himself because he didn't like himself. He killed himself because he was a loser. And for the ones who have went out and killed, just indiscriminately killed black people who didn't kill themselves, they killed themselves because they had also given up, but they didn't have it in them to actually, let me back up. They killed black people because they wanted black people dead, but they had also given up on life, but they just didn't have it in them to kill themselves. See, they had given up too. They couldn't hack it. They couldn't do this thing called life. They couldn't do it. So they decided to take the easy way out. What can I do? I'm tired of working. I'm tired of being held to a certain standard. I'm tired of, having to compete. Let me just commit a crime where I know I'm never going to have to deal with this stuff again, deal with responsibility again. So what can I do? I'll just kill some black people. And I'm going to kill black people. And I'm going to go to jail. So my lazy ass can be taken care of for the rest of my days. And isn't it ironic that the same white dudes that go on these killing sprees are the same ones who for years complain about how our tax dollars have to pay for convicts and inmates, how we got to pay for these prisons, how we got to pay for these prisoners to be there to shelter them and feed them, clothe them. Ain't these the same dudes? These are the same dudes. But now they got a free meal for life. They got 3 hots and a cot for the rest of their life. The rest of their lives, they got a free hot and a cot. They got 3 hots and a cot for the rest of their lives. The government, your tax dollars, paying for these so-called patriots' lifestyle in prison. They go into prison because they can't make it, just like the dude who was a career criminal who got out, saw how hard it was, and gave up. You know what? Let me just commit a crime so I can go back. I don't care if I get caught or not. If I get caught, if I come up, cool. If I don't, cool. It can't be worse than being out here. So I'll just go back to what I know and let the government take care of me. Some dudes feel more comfortable in prison than they do in the free world. This dude right here, he couldn't deal with the penitentiary, so he killed himself. But others like him decided, you know what, I'll take my chances in the penitentiary. And where I ain't got to do no thinking. I don't have to do no thinking, no waking. I don't have to do no work. I don't have to worry about trying to go out on a date anymore because I basically given up on women because they've given up on me. I can't get no butt. But then again, I guess he could get some and get all the butt he want to once he go to prison. But that's a whole different story. Not here to promote that. But my point is, fam, they're not white supremacists. They're cowards. They're white inferiorists. That's what they are. They don't feel they're above Black people. They feel that they are beneath Black people. What they do feel about Black people is self-entitled. They feel like they should be doing better than Black people. That's what they feel like. They feel like they should be doing better than Black people. And because they're not, they lose it. The thing is, if they were being true to themselves, they would just say, you know what? I feel like I should be doing better than everybody. Not just Black people, but everybody. How you go out and kill Black people when Black people a Black woman didn't break up with you. A Black man didn't fire you. Black people didn't whoop your ass when you was a kid, make you stay in the room, make you sit on your knees, or make you kneel on rice in the corner. More than likely, you ain't never really been around Black people. Ain't no Black person sexually assaulted you. No Black people chase you home from school. These are the things that give us our strongest convictions in life. It's how we develop trust for people. So how can you mistrust Black people so much and hate Black people so much when you don't even have a relationship with them? You're not even around them. Why you don't do that? Why do you don't have the same energy for white folks? That's called selective outrage. And that's just illogical. That's just a person doing something that they want to do, trying to justify it just because it's something they want to do. This dude right here was not a white supremacist. And the rest of them ain't white supremacists either. I'm talking to all y'all. Ain't none of y'all white supremacists. None of y'all, not one of y'all. White inferiorist. You don't throw your life away over somebody you feel like you're superior to. You don't kill yourself. If I love myself and the girl that I love so dearly don't want to be with me anymore, I'm not going to kill myself if I think I'm superior, or if I think that if I love myself, I'm not going to take my life. I'm not going to go to prison for the rest of my days for bringing her harm. This dude is a coward just like the rest of them. Going into the comments. Who is this? Mark Furrow. What's up? Mark Furrow said, I hate you, Will. Is that right? I block you, Mark. Yeah, don't even play like that. Even if he was playing, I ain't trying to figure out if you're playing or not. Don't play with me, especially right now in this broadcast. I ain't trying to hear it. Serena Santiago, what's up, Serena? Appreciate you. Let's take this uncivilized mud off the screen. All right. Maziko Lee, what up? Sam C. Tabitha Singletary. Coffee, what up? Marquise, I see it's Savannah, Georgia in the building. What up, Aaron? Steve H. What up, Steve? Appreciate you, Steve. Was that Valerie Humphrey? Val, what up? Jenny Jefferson, I see you. What's up, D Banks? China Carter. Alicia Loving Life for K. Alicia Loving Life J4K. Okay, J4K. See J. John. What it look like, J. John? Sean Thomas. What up? Yolanda Mills say that he chose racial violence. His soul is wanted in hell. Ernestine Harris. What up, Ernestine? My grandmother name, Ernestine. Mac Men. What it do? Black Mason. I see you. What up? Robo Man. Who was that? S. Lavadane? S. Lavadane. World Traveler. Let's see. Shelly Birch. What up? Melvin Hill. Anita Steele. KC. K Polar. Ooh, man, what is that? Solo, riding solo. Okay. K Polo, riding solo. Got it. Got it. Yeah, that's right, Mike Bill. Yeah, he couldn't hack being a functioning adult in society. That's what his problem was. He could not handle being a functioning adult in society. That's the problem. And that's all of their problems. I don't even know how anybody can believe the propaganda that they put out there about, black people being the real root of their problem. How in the hell black people the root of your problem when black people is the root of your success? Yeah, tell the truth, shame the devil. Black people are the root of your success, of your prosperity. That's right. If you white in America, black people are the root of your prosperity. We built it. We built it. Then had the nerve enough to like put a stigma out there that black folks are lazy. When they were sitting up on their asses watching us work, watching our people work, they really put it out there that black people was lazy. Fam, let me tell you something. Everything that they accuse us of, they do themselves. That's what they're guilty of. They accuse us to try to throw off the scent. It's just like if somebody wanted you to look this way, they want you to look this way. If the action is over here, they'll try to get your attention and be like, man, look at that, man, wow, and you over there just looking over, but the action right over here. That's where it's really going down. So this incident is far from the last incident like this. Remember, fam, they didn't really make any substantial changes when it happened in Buffalo and in Charleston. They didn't really do nothing about it. So just like the school shootings, they really ain't done nothing about the school shootings. There is nothing in place to deter the next school shooting. Nothing. There's nothing in place. Uh-oh. 39 member for 39 months. What's up, Serena? Yeah, Serena been riding, man. That's over 3 years. Lawyer channel member. I appreciate you. Not just a subscriber, a member. Appreciate you, Serena. Who is this? That's right. Full Blast Radio. What it do? That's right. Middle finger to the Grammys. Man, I need to do another record. I don't want to just do a record. I need to do an album. I need to just go ahead and do something. Just go off on everybody. I'm talking about give them everything I got. Whatever they talking about right now, y'all be like, man, I ain't playing no games. What's up? It's that Jarrell Lomax. What's up, Jarrell? Appreciate you. Jarrell Lomax. Lomax sound like a basketball player or something. You know, like you can see Lomax on the back, like Lomax. Really, Lomax got that kind of name. Could be anybody. It's kind of live last name, Lomax. He'd be in the military. Lomax. Right here, sir. Lanita Pittman, what up? Big Hurt. What up, David Williams? BP, San Antonio in the building. Is that Jelena B? 28? Jelena B 28? Appreciate you, Jelena. Chimney Banks. What it do? Silk Woods. What's up, Tanya C? Swift, what it do? Fam, if you're just not joining, we have been having a discussion about this uncivilized mutt, Ryan Palmeter. This mutt went inside of a Dollar General in the Jacksonville, Florida area and gunned down 3 totally unsuspecting, innocent black people just because he didn't like black people. I'm sure that there were white people in his life he didn't like either, but he didn't kill them. I'm sure of that. They were calling him a white supremacist. He's no white supremacist. He's no supremacist at all. Because someone who thinks that they're above someone would not throw their lives away, would not kill themselves because of their hatred for that person. Because they're just overcome with hatred so much that they're just going to go throw their whole life away. No. This is a person who gave up on life. He gave up on adulting. He gave up on getting up off his flat, sloppy, busted ass and making something shake every day like millions and millions of Americans do every single day. He couldn't hack it. So he decided to kill himself, but in the process, I'm going to take out a few black people because I just don't like them. I just don't like them. He did it because he was a coward. He did it because he was weak. He killed them people and then he killed himself because he was weak. He was soft. That's why he did it. For that, his mama should be embarrassed and his daddy should have pulled out. Till next time, fam. I got to get up out of here. No more talk.